Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody. Let me pass my condolences to all the people who has been subjected to death, with a special attention to the lady from Eastern Cape by the name of Namhla. We are passing our condolences. We wish things like this should not happen again, but we will be always trying whilst we have the government of people, government that is ours. But because now we don't have government of ours, we are seeing discrepancies left and right. People are dying through floods. Houses are washed away by water, which sometimes shows that they were not properly constructed. And to me, I'm convinced all these things are as a result of this thing of tender system. But away of again, I'm continuing with my subject of us that let's stop and think as black people. And the main thing that I want us to think about exactly that is why the buying power of our money is eroding time and again. And I'm looking at things that are possibly causing our finances, our monies to be weak. Today, because in the last presentation, I said we analyzed that the National Party government delivered the mandate it was given by its constituencies and voters. As we are seeing that there is an inequality amongst blacks versus white. So National Party did that thing without fear or favor, because they were not doing it secretly, that they are working for white people. And we have seen that workers have a power. We have talked about Rand Rebellion, where white mine workers union decided to remove the current government of the time, which was not looking at their interest in terms of their perception. And they decided and they chose the government, the political party that will carry their mandate, which was National Party. So, and then the last presentation said, we also asked that, yes, now we have concluded that the National Party government has indeed delivered the mandate to their constituency and voters. And the question we asked, did they use agencies? Did they use a commission of inquiries? Now today I want to I picked only 2 commissions of inquiry that in our lifetime we have experienced. I look at the Amstel, the Serati Commission. What I was looking there is the cost the country incurred in the Amstel Commission of Inquiry. So remember, we had 2 commission of inquiries. There was one which came up with the report, said their findings showed there was no corruption. Democratic Alliance challenged it in court. the court ruled in their favor. They wanted another commission. And at that time, it was during the administration of President Jacob Zuma. So indeed, the commission was set up. If I think that the last one was of Commission of Serati, of which again, that Commission of Serati, the last one, did everything, produced the report. DA challenged the report because the report, the findings on the report said there was no corruption in arms deal. What is the main thing for us, which should be a concern for all of us, is how much the country spent. Was that anything happened there which is a value for money? Now, the Commission of Inquiry has spent about 153 million rand. It was budgeted for 153 million rand, but it spent almost above that. But this is what is important with the expenditure we incurred. Are there any good results or anything changed the lives of the people on the ground? The answer is none. One, the first Commission of Inquiry, when the court delivered the judgment to say no, it must be null and void. No one has spoke about the expenditure occurred there. No one has talked about the money spent should be refunded or not. So it went to the drain. That means in South Africa, money is not important. There is the second one, the Serati Commission. Again, it was challenged by DA. Nothing was said about the expenditure incurred in that, and who must be held responsible for the funds, that the monies that should have been directed somewhere to assist, because remember, these are taxpayers' money. Instead, we employees, we are suffocated through taxation, and where the country always say they don't have money. Students are killed every beginning of the year, not admitted, no money, everything no money, but there is this money. I only went to the Commission of Felani, which was an inquiry into Marikana massacre. Again, the country spent money on that inquiry. But is there anything tangible, or that you will say, yes, with our money we have achieved this? Because up to today, Cyril Ramaphosa, in one of his presentation, in one of gathering, but fortunately I remember it was white students, full of white students, where he declared that he's the one who sent the message which might have caused the killing of the innocent workers at Marikana. But this thing he did not disclose in the Commission of Inquiry. And there are no consequences on that. But money is spent, no one is found accountable, except that we only heard that the commissioner of police, that lady who was called Rekha Piak, was then removed. So I'm picking on it because these are monies people don't have. We don't have decent healthcare facilities. We don't have high standard health benefits. Our hospital, our clinics and hospitals, people are queuing as for more than 2 days. We're queuing for a little thing, just the medication for high blood pressure. Our hospitals are poor. Then now you talk of Charlotte Mxege, there are problems. Baragwanath Hospital, there are problems. But we are spending more than 153 million on the commission, and at the end of the day, we don't get any results. But we workers, we are suffocated through taxation. And the last one I picked up now as in one of the examples is this commission of inquiry into state capture. You can go and Google. It has cost the country 1 billion rand. 1 billion rand. Hey, good people, that is not a small amount. But the country can't provide free education. This country failed to honor the collective agreement on public workers on salary increment. Even today, the category of teachers, they are the lost generation. They can't buy the house, they do not qualify for this low-cost housing. They are just in the middle. Repo rates are going up, which means as the repo rate has gone up, the prime rate has increased as well. Those who have bought a car on a higher purchase, today their installment has increased. Those are still paying for bonds, their installment has increased. We are facing a very painful situation. Petrol, now the liter is above 20 rand. But the country has used 1 billion rand for a thing called the state capture, which is not there in any way. But it has costed us. It makes us suffer more than before. So these are the things I'm trying to analyze, because instead of our buying power to increase, is deteriorating, and this thing is affecting our high standard of living. And therefore, to me, it says the political party that is governing the country, it implement the decision took by white monopoly capital in Germany in 1830 something, where they took a decision that to maintain the white supremacy, they have to ensure that our high standard of living is suppressed. So to me, which means, and then I'm saying, oh, okay, what was said by Advocate Skakane in Wamashu, that poverty is a violence. waged by white monopoly capital against black people. I find it true. And it says to me, then poverty is not a mistake. So it's made deliberate because we are suffocated in every sphere of life. You can't move, you can't progress. Everything is difficult for us. And our people, they don't realize that we are given a bone which doesn't have meat. We all stuck on tender system, something that deepens the poverty, deepens hunger to our people, deepens diseases. Now we've been listening to Codesa. What is this thing? Coronavirus. Whilst we were looking at, now they are telling us of monkey, what this disease they are saying now of monkey. So, which means our life will always live in fear, which is one of the strategies of white monopoly capital that they took, that they must always put fear in our minds so that we will not get time to sit and think and come together and fight for the right thing. And the right thing is our land, our resources that should be maintaining us. Now they come with climate change. And this climate change, if you listen to it, they are saying it caused by it's the product of using coal. Now stop and think. Which country produces more coal? It's South Africa. Now, if you are no longer using coal, which means we are killing the economy of South Africa. And what they are saying, it's nature, it's natural. That's how the rain is formed. The rain is formed by the warm air that comes from the ground to the clouds. And when it gets to the cloud, because it's cold, it condenses and then turn into water, and then it drops down as in the form of rain. So there's nothing new here. But if you talk about storm, and I'm also attempted to believe that the president of Black First Land First, Comrade Andile Mkitama, is correct. These storms are manufactured somewhere. Nature can't hit you with a storm after storm. No, these things, in terms of the nature, they take years to come back. You can't have a storm after 2 months, another storm. So I tend to believe what he said or what he perceived. So, comrade, good people, I will keep on give this analysis, and then I will be saying what to do. When we come to what to do, then we will put it. But for now, I've talked about commissions. The next one we'll take few agencies. As we are saying, we've got SASSA, we have what else? Where I said I was shocked that a government employees pension fund is also administered by an agent, and we find that agent, it's not from black people's company, it are white people. We have a NASFAS. We are going to analyze this thing and see how much do they cost the taxpayers before the money goes to learners. How much this thing of NASFAS. We are going to look at that one. So I thank you for today, comrade. Let's meet again next time. Please subscribe to my account in YouTube. My account is Vusi Mhlaba. So we'll continue talking these things until we'll get sometimes people who will say, Comrade Vusi, can we organize a talk or indaba about why our buying power decreasing drastically. Why our monies lose buying power when it is in our hands? So I thank you for today, the 26th of May 2022. I thank you.